Today, Fun with Flowers and J is brought to you by Mellano Company. And FernTrust.
Welcome to the world of flowers. I'm Jay Schwanke. I've spent my entire life surrounded by flowers. As a fourth-generation florist, flowers have been a part of my daily life for as long as I can remember. Now I'm on a mission to share my knowledge and love of flowers with everyone I meet. Growing, picking, arranging, designing, and sharing. It's all fascinating to me because I love flowers. Anything flowers and everything flowers. Welcome to Fun with Flowers and J. Today on Fun with Flowers and J, we're creating an arrangement I've been talking about for a long time. An all foliage casket spray using Aspidistra in an unexpected way. So let's get started with today's project. We're using the triple Cascade Saddle, which actually holds 2 blocks in the back and 1 block towards the front to allow us to make beautiful, elegant cascades. So we need to cut that first block of foam perfectly, and the Cascade Saddle helps us do that. There's a line on the front that says, place edge of foam here. So we place the edge of the foam there and push down on the foam, and then turn it around. It gives us a line, and we connect that line with the corner and then cut all the way down. We cut off a perfect triangle then, and we place our 2 blocks in back. Lining them up so that the holes show through, and then our cascade block fits perfectly on the front. So using the Cascade Saddle as a pattern, it allows us to cut off the piece that's going to fit it perfectly into the Cascade Saddle. Then we put our locking brackets in place, putting them over the top and lining them up with a hole below and popping them into place. We want to make sure that we hear that pop because that means it's locked into place and our foam won't fall out. We're using the 2 rectangular ones there, and these are angle shaped so that they go on over the top of all 3 blocks, holding the cascade and the back block in place. It's a pretty ingenious invention, and it holds our blocks securely. This also gives us 3 blocks of foam so we have plenty of water, and it's great weight. It sits on the casket, similar to this, and now we'll be able to cascade our flowers out of the front of it. The flowers that we're going to be using today are actually going to be made out of foliage. We're using Aspidistra leaves from FernTrust. And what we're going to do is create a flower using the foliage itself. We take our first Aspidistra leaf and we fold it over so that it's at a right angle. Then we curl it around itself so that it forms a little center that looks like a rose. We're going to leave about 6 inches of the bind wire exposed and wrap it around the center. We'll use this additional piece to help bind off the rose as we finish it. The next steps are easy because we'll take 3 leaves and simply fold them over and create a rosette. Now, I'm keeping that 6-inch piece off to the side, and then we'll wrap this around there to secure the ends of the leaves tightly in place. Then we go back in between our leaves and add additional petals. Now we can make smaller sizes and larger sizes. I've done that today for this arrangement. Or we can use an entire bunch and add those in and loop them together. Or we can add 2 extra leaves off to the side to give this an asymmetrical look. So we'll wrap those 2 leaves off to one side, and then using our 6-inch piece and the other piece, we'll twist those together. I twist them on one side and then on the other side, going back and forth until it's securely bound off. The great part about this is it keeps all of my binding up here at the top of the flower itself. So then I can cut this whatever length I want to insert it into the Cascade Saddle. We've made 16 of these today in different sizes and shapes, and we'll use those to create our casket spray. This is created the same way that you would create a traditional casket spray. We'll use our large Aspidistra roses to create the line and form and shape of the casket spray itself. Then we start to fill in. We cascade up towards the center of the bouquet, adding Aspidistra roses. As I go through, I'll layer in my foliage. It's easier to layer it in as you go, building towards the center of the casket spray. Using different colors of foliage to contrast the Aspidistra. The Agonis or the mini Italian pit work very well. At the same time, the Ruscus and Myrtle add a contrast of shape and scale. I'll work up to the crown of the casket spray, cutting each individual rose the specific length I wanted. The great part about this is they have extremely fat stems, and the chrysal foam holds securely. have a choice when you finish the arrangement. You could shine everything using a leaf shine product, or you can leave it dull so that it has a nice earthy feel. This All Foliage Casket Spray is a very masculine theme. It looks great, and all of the different foliages match well together. The other thing that I like about using the rosettes created out of the Aspidistra leaves is that they'll dry. This is one of the Aspidistra leaves that's about 5 weeks old. You'll notice as it starts to dry, it starts to look like wood. So pieces of this could be taken away and kept as keepsakes. It's a great opportunity for us to personalize a Sympathy Tribute. And with all the foliages and the Cascade Saddle, we've created a beautiful representation using just greenery. Until next week, keep having fun with flowers.